Now I'm going to do this bridge part right here. This bridge consists of 4 bricks. I'm going to put the nicest of the 4 up front, I think. As imperfect as it is, this will be my first one. Remember when you goop these, goop them a little taller. Make them a little taller than what you really want the final to be, because it's going to squish down. If you make them flat, and then they squish, then they won't be level. But if they're high, when you squish them, they'll come down level. Or that's the theory anyway. Alright, so there, 7 to there, 7 to there. Pretty good, 7 and 7, and I'll squish. Right. I'm going to need to take out the excess at some point. Now, it's looking like I'm going to need to do that again. Okay, but first, I'm going to create a tripwire brick. So as we discussed, this brick here, this extra thick one here, I'm going to make this into a tripwire. What a tripwire does is it creates a turbulent spot, so that, you know, it'll be on the top, the top of the tunnel, so that when hot gases flow past, this tripwire will be like a mixing area. So first, I'm going to cut this base here flat over on the saw, and I'm going to clean up these edges a little bit so that we got something to work with. All right. So now I got a nice flat, clean surface to work with here on this side. All right. Okay. Now, 4.5. Good. Now check my 4.5 back this way. Nah, it's close. Not quite 4.5. So I'll make a mark there. And right in between those two is my center line. There's the center line. So my gap is 7 inches. So I gotta come in 3.5. Right, there's 3.5 to there. And then 7 inches is there. That. And from the tip to the back. There. Now, this is going to be the shape of the tripwire. Let's see that. We've got a point here. This point is going to point at the heat riser. Everything else is going to get cut down a little bit, about 3/8 of an inch, or 3/16 of an inch, all the way around. And then this is going to be a ramp that goes into there. So now I'm going to mark the depth, right, about that. When you come all the way back around to the beginning, using the method I just used, you know you got it right if they line up. And they did. So, lucky me. Alright, next step. I've got a tripwire brick here. So you can see it's sort of an arrow with its point pointing towards the heat riser. It ramps from flat to towards the point, where the point is just a sharp drop off like that. And that was made with an angle grinder and dip in a slit. And this face is going to go against that, so I'm going to dip this face against the slit. And here we go. Blip. It goes right like that. Now double check and make sure it's even. Close it up. I'm going to slick it from below. Make sure that all the edges are sealed up. going to goop the transition between the two bricks a little bit because there's a little bit of a bumpty. Disappear the bumpty between them. But you got to make sure whatever you do that the edge of the tripwire is sharp and clean. You don't want any goop at the edge of that tripwire because it'll soften that edge and make it so it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, which is to create turbulence. Sealed from the outside, sealed from the inside. Right. Now these last two can pretty much just go on. Splat. I'm going to check my widths here. Make sure I got 7 inches by 7 inches and 7 inches by 7 inches. Oof, we're a little bit shy here. And we're really good there. So maybe I could find a better brick than this one. How about this thinner one? What's that going to do for us? Yep, there it is. Okay. Seal up all the edges. Now I'm going to check underneath and make sure the tripwire brick is still clean edged. I need the beginning of the riser stack and my feed over on this side. So that riser stack is going to go this way. Dip it, stick it, got a little bit of wobble, wobbles on this side. No more wobble. Check to make sure we're going up plumb here, which we are. Pretty good. Next, dip it. And stick it. This next one's going to be a cut. Get a pencil. And my brick. And this guy's going to be that long. It's going to fit just perfect right there. Put all the faces on this one. And park it where it goes. Oh, well, oh. Here we go. Go. Yep. Yep. Okay, so one problem I'm going to have right now is that this brick is lower than that brick. So I need to fill this. Let's see what I've got here. I've got that little sliver that I cut off of that other brick. Maybe I can find that thing. Oh yeah, even that's a little thin. Well, I can add my goop. Dip and stick my sliver. And there's another little piece of sliver. And that's not ideal, but I think we're going to be able to make that work. Yeah, I'll just let that sit for a couple minutes. Meantime, work over here on the feed side. Look for the nicest faces to go up. I guess it's that one. Over here. Yikes. Have a better face than this one? No. No. No, these bricks are pretty much just beat up. There's not much you can do about that. So I'm going to put the shorty in the front here, and it'll make this feed look a little bit more balanced, which is nice. You know, you want it to look good too, not just, you know, you want it to be strong. And there will be 2 seams right here. There's going to be a seam for this bottom course, and then there'll be another seam, which is going to be this stubby brick right here. But I mean, we're not holding up a bunch of weight above this. So really the issue is it's going to look good, and then this will be surrounded in cob in order to sort of hold this in so they don't fall out. So it's not really a structural issue. The top is just a little tiny bit tight. And this is a good trick. You know, it says in all the books and whatnot that it has to be the same cross-sectional area all the way through. Now, that's true, but sometimes there's a little bit of cheating going on. You gotta cheat the brakes in some places to make them work, you gotta cheat them out in other places to make it work. And so, the thing to know is that if there's a tight spot in the system, it should be right here at the feed. This should be, if you gotta cheat something in or out, cheat it in here. Make sure that the feed is a little bit tighter than the rest of the system. It's better to make it slightly smaller here. It'll reduce the smoke back possibilities. It'll reduce the smoke back possibilities by a lot. It's about 1/8 of an inch narrow. I'm going to leave it that way. I like that. And, oh yeah, I'm going to have to tap it in really gently. Dip it. And stick it. Want my 7 inches, which I've got pretty much exactly right here, both ways. Water up. Wow, this is kind of proud right here. This side's low. I think I'm going to fix that now while I can. First, I'm going to fill this guy so it doesn't move when I'm messing with stuff. This one's going to have to come off and get some junk underneath it so it comes up. I'll re-dip it. Add to this side. And then dip it, stick it. There we go. Now they fit. Now I'm just going to check how this is going to go. We want to whirl the seams this way. Got a little something here to scrape the extra clay slip off. Seems to be standing up a bit proud right here. Didn't really take much for it to stand up proud. There we go. Now let's see how that fits. Oh yeah, much better. Okay, and away we go. Dip it and stick it. Riser's taking shape. It's coming up nicely. I'll just keep carrying on. All the edges and seams are smeared with our mix. Everything's been sealed all the way around, both inside and out. The stack is up nice and high. And now before we test fire this thing, I'm going to go clean up all my tools before they freeze in this weather.